Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Ria and in this week's video I'm going to show you how to crochet this mushroom. I hope that next week I will have my house ready so that I can show you all the decorations I have crocheted and knitted for my home. But it takes a little time and it's been busy days. I had very busy days, so please forgive me. I thought I could make this mushroom so that I can use it for my fall decorations and for my Christmas decorations also. So I chose this deep red yarn, which is from Katya, Alaska. I have it for many years, and this skein also, which is an off-white from the same Alaska Katya. I usually buy yarn so that I can test if I like the yarn for accessories or for something wearable. And I have bought these yarns for many years and haven't used them, so I thought it would be a good idea to make something like that for my home decorations. So if you like this video, please press the like button. Please subscribe to my channel, it helps me a lot. And you can follow me on Instagram also. Let me show you how to crochet this mushroom. I am going to use these two skeins of yarn from Katya. It's the line Alaska, and some pillow filling, and the crochet hook that it's suggested from the yarn. It's a 6mm crochet hook. So before I start with the mushroom, I feel like I need to tell you a little bit about the pattern. I started by crocheting a circle. In this video I'm not going to tell you how to crochet a circle, because I feel most of you have already crocheted a circle and you know how to do it. But I just want to tell you that I used the wrong side of the circle from the outside of the mushroom, and because I feel it gives a little bit more texture to the pattern, but you can do whatever you like. I feel it's better from the outside of the circle. So I made 6 rows with this kind of yarn that I used, and I started from the circle. Before I started making decreases to make the stem of the mushroom. If you are not a new knitter and a crocheter and you feel like you don't know how to make a circle, crochet a circle, it's a very easy way to do it. You don't have to worry. I just want to show you a little bit. I started by making a magic loop like that around my fingers, and I made the first single crochet, and then I made 5 more in the circle, so that I have 6 single crochets in my magic circle. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I pull the yarn and I make a slip stitch at the first stitch that I make. So now that I have my first row with 6 stitches, I have to continue in my other 5 rows by increasing by 6 stitches in every row. In order to do that, in the second row I'm going to have increases in every single crochet. So I'm going to chain 1, and in the same stitch I'm going to make another single crochet. In the next stitch I'm going to make also 2 single crochets and continue like that until the end of the row, where I have 12 single crochets. I forgot my stitch marker. It's good to have a stitch marker so you know where every row begins. So I'm going to close the row with a slip stitch. So I continue like that, and in the next row I'm going to start by making chain one, make another stitch, single crochet in the next stitch, two single crochets in the next stitch, and continue like that, so that I have 18 stitches in the end of the row. In the next row I'm going to single crochet in the same stitch that I make the first the chain, and then I'm going to have 2 stitches with a single crochet, and then 2 single crochets in the next stitch, and continue like that until I have 36 stitches around for my circle. So I made 2 single crochet, I made chain 1, single crochet in the same stitch. I'm going to single crochet in the next one and continue like that until I have the number of stitches I need for my circle before I start my decreases. Now that I've already made the 36 stitches for my circle, it's time to start for the decreases. I'm going to use, as I told you before, the wrong side of the pattern from the circle from the outside of the mushroom, so I'm pulling the yarn that I have at the start. I'm not going to cut the yarn. I'm going to pull it from the wrong side, and this is going to be the top of my mushroom. So before I start with the decreases, I make the first row by just making a single crochet until the end of the row. Chain 1 counts as a stitch, put my marker, and then I continue with a single crochet in every stitch, and I shall have 36 stitches again until the end of the row. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I continue like that until the end of the row. So I have my 36 stitches, and I'm going to start with the decreases, and I'm going to chain 1, and then I pull the yarn from the next stitch without crocheting, pull the yarn in the next stitch and knit those 3 stitches that I have on my hook all together. So pull the yarn from the next stitch and the next one, 3 stitches on my crochet hook, crochet them all together. And in the end of the row, if you're counting, I'm going to have 18 stitches, but it doesn't matter because it depends from the yarn that you are using, and it's okay if you have more or less. So I'm at the end of the row. I make my last decrease, and then I'm going to make a slip stitch from the first stitch I have my marker on, and this is the first row that I decrease because I don't want to have these gaps. I'm not going to make a decrease in the next row. I'm going to just make a single crochet in every stitch without decreasing or increasing. So in the next row I'm going to make a decrease like I did in the row that I decreased before. So I pull in the 2 stitches, I have 3 stitches on my hook, and if you are counting you should have 9 stitches all around this row. I told you before because it's a little bit of a free pattern, because we probably won't use the same yarn. It's okay if there are less or more. If you feel like it's a better shape, if you do the stem a little bit slimmer or a little bit longer or whatever you like. So I made the next row by making the decrease, and now I'm going to cut the yarn and start with my white yarn. I hide the yarn in, it looks like a little beret. You can see the corners, but once we put the filling in, it's not going to be visible. So I start now by doing putting the filling in. It's better, in my opinion, if you make small amounts of filling every time, because it's better to make the shape of the mushroom. And you try to give it shape with your fingers or with your crochet hook. So now I take the white yarn to make the stem, and it doesn't matter where I begin, so it's not that I continue from the red yarn. I'm going to secure my white yarn like this with the red yarn. It doesn't count as a stitch, of course, and I hide the start with my filling. So I start by making single crochets all around with the white yarn. I don't put my marker yet because I know where I've started. I can see it because it's a different color. So I'm at the start of the row and I'm going to make the slip stitch. I'm going to chain one, put my marker on, and now I will continue with the rest of the stem without increasing or decreasing. And I feel you can see it with your eye where it's the right time to stop with the stem, so that it will be the right amount of the top and the right amount of the stem. And I'm going to stop now and try to see how to and try to tell you how to close with the stem. I have some issues with the light, as you can see, and now I've made the stem, and I'm going to put the filling in the stem also. I'm trying to shape the start by making the filling go to the right side. This is why I've put the filling at the first part, because it would be difficult to shape it. And now I'm not counting, I'm just going to make the decreases that I chain one, and I make the decreases until I see that it has already closed. So now I cut off the yarn and hide it. And this is my crochet mushroom. So this was this week's video, my crocheted mushrooms. I hope I will be ready next week to show you my fall decorations, and you can use also this for Christmas decorations if you like it. Please don't forget to subscribe, press the like button if you like the video, and follow me on Instagram also. See you next week. Bye!